Even neutral. We do tea time. I'm setting up my tea time. What's up, E?
Is that your phone?
This is my phone. You looking for your phone?
I am.
I don't know what your phone is. But for those that don't know, I'm 369 Mindset. Uh, Father, boonie, parent, author, philanthropist, geopolitical activist, indigenous, native, Cherokee, Apache, Blackfoot, Nigerian, Igbo,
All of the human descriptions.
all of the hues.
Yeah.
We represent the human race.
I'm AX. And I do feel the sun on my face. It reminds me to keep faith. It reminds me where I come from. Can you call my phone, please? Ooh, there it is. Where you at? Ooh, right here.
I know I came from the streets, Brick City shit, Newark, New Jersey, bitch. I know I came from the slums, from the bottom of the bottom. Understand, and I'm telling you the top. Hip hop, that's where we made our mark. This is tea time. Don't spill the tea. The tea is the talk of the town. We're talking abundance and mental health, spirituality.
Abundance, mental health, and spirituality.
I like to see how you go back and forth. I asked you if you wanted to do the meditation.
The quantum jumping meditation? No.
Okay.
Not right now. How do we incorporate all of the things that we encompass, all the topics that we want to discuss? We just tell our story. We could list out all the things that we want to talk about. We could make a list about all the things that are important to us. We could make a list and try to tick off all the markers. But ultimately, what we come here to do is to tell our story. Stories is how our ancestors have passed down wisdom. Stories is how we've communicated with our past, our present, and our future. And it's how we create the right now moment. And just before we started this live, we were talking about what it means to be out here on the front lines of spiritual warfare and how the different places that we come from. You just experienced a mental health moment in your position. I observed there's a communication of where two worlds that are not connected are connecting.
Meet me at the crossroads.
And that's ultimately what we're doing. We're building bridges. And that's what we can offer. Faith looks different for everybody. Spirituality looks different for everybody because our individual expression of what God is different for everybody. God is all that is, the all consciousness that makes us who we are. It's the driving force that comes into our bodies that operates them within this time, place, space, relative space. And it's what guides us. I'm simple. I may not be, I would consider myself intelligent, but I'm also very simple. I know that ultimately everything is rooted in unconditional love. And everything is just getting back to that place and remembering it. So when we talk about abundance, when we talk about spirituality, when we talk about the wars that have been going on within the communities, all communities. Physically, we talk about the ways that the melanated communities have been violently attacked. When we talk about communities, we talk about the lightly melanated people whose spirits have been eliminated to be in a position of where we are taught that we're supposed to hate our neighbor and think that we love them. All of these is still a war on consciousness. And being on the front lines of the war on consciousness, you do get into a position of where you start speaking on things, you start talking on things from a place that seems outside of the normal, and that makes people very uncomfortable with what it is that you are. But what it is that we are is that we are empowered beings that really, truly, above anything else, love ourselves to our deepest core. The way we express it is different based on the different traumas that we've engaged with, the different blessings we've engaged with. And telling our story is the most important thing for us to be able to translate what's going on. So, one of the things that you had mentioned was talking about abundance. The reason why we were talking about abundance is because of the fact that we're in a position where our faith is being attested with our abundance. Our faith is being tested because when it comes to being in a place of faith, the challenges come. The challenges come and they teach us to be more resilient. This past couple weeks, we've been in Richmond, engaging with business partners who really are learning how to have the space for us.
Yeah, man, your tea time is interesting. Because faith, right? Faith doesn't require works. Like, I have faith. Like, I lived in tents before. Our people come from tents. We don't need wooden caves. The faith that the sun is gonna rise and it's gonna set. That's like a factual faith. So if that just how you talk about grass, right? I love when you talk about grass because it makes my talking about Ra, Ra May 5. Ra is the sun god. Makes when I talk about those vibrations, I have more weight.
Mm.
As you tell a story about grass and thriving, like we're at a point now. I told you, we've relinquished a lot of our funds in the physical realm, but we've established and like you know how people are doing their like what they do in 2022. What did we do in 2022?
Man,
What the fuck we did in 2022?
starting off in 2022.
We were viral a couple times.
Starting off in 2022, if we want to go purely on a linear scale, we started off in Ohlone territory. We toured up and down the coast of Ohlone territory in California.
West Coast, Abayela.
Yep. We're up and down the West Coast. We went to different locations that we held ceremony at. One being a particularly stronghold was God's Bath in Lacoma Land. Where we would bring those beings that we met that are organizers, geopolitical activists, artists.
We got told by actual not gang member. Shout out to Chilla Gang. Like Ricky T is the one that put us on to God's Bath. We appreciate you for that.
So we brought people there for ceremony. We would go, and once the tour started, we started traveling across Abayala to pick up Grandma.
Yeah, in Vegas. We stopped in Vegas. What did we do in Vegas? Besides make it fucking flood. We flooded Vegas, bro.
Hey, we healed a lot of ancestral trauma, honestly, because a lot of, and what we're going to talk about the viral post and pedophilia that's occurring all over and being uncovered. When we were in Vegas healing the ancestral trauma within myself, there was a moment where we were at an old folks home, and there was it's mostly light-skinned peoples that are there. And part of the shit that I was going through was uncovering some of my lustful energy that had been put onto me as a child, and I was running around naked in the rain. Which it's all aligned, you know.
Right. Hey, we pulled the rain and you did your thing. This is where Hugh Hefner meets, like Jerry Buss meets Malcolm and Martin Bumpy Johnson. Like the body is supposed to be like men should be mature enough
to be.
Like I'm pushing divine feminine Like, what's divine feminine? Beloved woman and the important community figure among the Cherokee people. I'm pushing divine feminine, right? Like the wise women bestowed this roles and act as one woman legal counsel. I'm talking divine feminine. You talking grandma? This is grandma's business.
Grandmas run everything. Chi oi.
Your team, chi oi. Like, so Josito is my grandpa. Dutta is one of the grandmas. Wilma is one of the grandmas. Chi oi is one of the grandmas. So like
the elder matriarch, the elder vibration, especially once they transition to the other side.
So I bring that up because it says her word is law amongst people. When you brought up your the nudity that you did, right? Like it's a part of the body. Like
Right.
I can wear no shirt and you can feel that. Or I can gyrate my bottom, or I can carry a cold dope tune and I make your body swoon. Oh mighty body may hung, oh mighty body may hung, oh mighty body may hung. Like we can do that. We were taught to shuck. It's called shucking and jiving. It's called it's like
it's the dance.
It's the dance.
It's the dance that people do in order to hide the fact that they're being forced to be in a situation that they don't want to be in. They give themselves an opportunity to laugh. Or what was it in the show that we were just watching where they make themselves the court jester so that they have a position?
Muhammad Ali. Yeah, it was we watching the Godfather of Harlem. Like they show the melanated side of the mob business, right? My grandfather Josito, like Bumpy Johnson was the closest thing that I could think how my grandfather moved. Like, bro.
Right. And
like,
because the thing is, so to bring it in real close, right? Everything that we're doing is because of mission. Everything that we're doing is because we believe that we deserve to live in a world where our inner child doesn't have to suppress itself and it can express itself freely and have the opportunity to continue to do so for the rest of its life. Our inner child. And that gets expressed in our children. That gets expressed in the way that our communities are run. That gets expressed in the way that the family unit is held together through village lifestyle, where you can have your child be raised by multiple people and trust that that's the way it can be. And
the village raises the children
right,
anyway.
Right.
Like, this is the thing. One of the things I built on is like, who's raising our children when all of the villages are broken, right? They intentionally separated our villages and broke them down.
Right.
In that, right? Like
the media raises them.
The internet raises them. The whoever has the influence
the
is
school
the ones.
System.
Those whoever has the power, the spiritual, the educational, because you're controlling the church and state controls your way of life. So knowing that what we're doing holistically is we talk about American Gangster and my grandfather, like my cousins, we're mob, like we're just not organized, like we've never, like that's what the gang life is. It's not like in the organization we're organizing right now. Exactly. This was the purpose of the tour. This is the T-Top. Like I'm retarded. Like I'm really on the spectrum, and what I mean by that is just that, like, you're retarded too.
Absolutely, I absolutely have autism.
So even like you getting overstimulated at a senior facility and feeling like I gotta read it.
I gotta break out and do what feels like I need to do. I don't care what the societal norms or the standards are. I don't care what lustful energy gets directed my way. I need to do this because I know that I can. It has nothing to do with anybody else around me. And bringing it back to the mission, right? It's like that's ultimately what it is. How many times do we catch ourselves catching our tongue or doing something because we think that that's what's best for us because our parents told us it was best for us, or because society told us it's what's best for us? How many times have our dreams been influenced by other people and not by our inner child? Because I know when I was a kid, I wanted to be an artist and I wanted to be a scientist. And now that I'm looking at myself, I'm like, I am both of those things and so much more. Quantum mechanics, quantum physics. I draw, I write, I sing. I'm a goddamn jack of all trades when it comes to the arts. So being able to say that and claim that and know our worth is what we've been taught to not be able to do. I know that the life that we're manifesting is mobile, where we're able to make our podcasts, make our art, and just go off of the spiritual merit that we have with the people that we engage with to be able to guide us through. These are biblical times, and we're moving in biblical ways. And the thing about biblical times is that it's not every moment is a dramatic moment, even though every moment is a dramatic moment. All of the stories that come from the Bible and the Quran and all of these religious texts are just the lives that were lived of the beings that existed in that moment in time. That means from every shit, from every cup of water that we drink, from every conversation. A parable comes from a conversation.
That's all it is. A parable is just a story. So like we went viral, right? We got 150,000 views. This is the most that,
and it's still going.
Bruh, it's still going. This is the most that I've ever in this body have had like outward showing of my influence. I've been influencing all my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been, especially for the past decade.
I've seen it. I've seen the influence that you've had on RVA.
All my life, nigga. Everywhere I go, I influence that shit,
right?
bro.
And
like,
this is the self-realization for those that are tuning in. Like the level of self-realization that you're at.
I'm a chief.
Yes.
Like I chief my nation. I'm a chief of my nations. And having dope people to be able to communicate and articulate is everything. So I even like what we're doing with this tea time, right? I told you this baby, being a chief, having one of our children is like having a dragon egg.
Mm-hmm.
And because systematically that this country makes it hard for the family to stay together, especially if you have high levels of melanin in you, it destroys it.
Right.
So we're pulling it back together by making sure that our family comes in together and that we're pulling the rest of our family members, mob ties, together, right? To be able to support whenever the family needs support. Like we 3 weeks out from fucking having a baby, right? And we don't have nowhere to be because the car took too long. And like if the car wouldn't have took too long, right? We'd have been back in the Bay Area. But my grandpa, who's a fucking OG, nigga, Josito Morgano. Remember that shit, nigga. Morgano. Y'all should Google that shit. Morgano. Like I only take acid or mushrooms or anything. I like weed. Like weed is good. Acid put me in this place where like all of the timelines, I told you, everybody's jumping in.
I know. That's why
That's why we doing tea time. That's why I have babies. She's just like, this is Elisha. They're a scribe. We're going to look at this video. This is 18 minutes, right? And we just talked to y'all about our viral. Ooh, the book of the awareness. We went viral, right? We went viral talking about the same thing Kanye has been talking about, Ye has been talking about in regards to pedophilia, the big name. Like, yo, I showed you that marketing. You saw that chocolate commercial?
Yes.
They made a big ass robot, right? Be your child's friend just so your child could do what?
Buy some chocolate.
Buy some fucking sugar.
They put in... So what we're doing is that we're going... So talking about your viral video was a video about this gentleman who was talking about the pedophilia... Robert D. Still, who was talking about the pedophilia rings that exist in the higher elites. And ultimately, that is the truth that people are starting to open themselves up to. Yes, our society, as capitalistic colonizer society as we observe it, is being held together by a satanic cult of people who is actively utilizing child labor, child blood, child whatever.
They're just lazy, bro.
Yeah.
They don't want to do the work. Like,
yeah, and and this was the details of what this person was laying out in the video.
Got you. Yes.
And it just really talking about the extensive details of what goes on in the back end of this society. The society who hoards knowledge, who, exactly as you said, they're lazy. They don't want to, not only are they lazy, they want to keep all the knowledge for themselves because They just are
That's
insecure.
That's what the Vatican did. They went to every other world and be like, yeah, we're gonna take all your information.
Yeah.
We're gonna buy all of this shit. Like
Right.
when the Queen died was one of the happiest days in our people's lives. Nigga, what? The Queen's dead? Oh shit, it's about to go down. Nigga, like we been at war with this country. That shit didn't just start.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm indigenous tribal leader. And all those that we've done business with, like you've done business with a fucking terrorist, you've done business with a mob boss, you let me in your schools. I planted seeds around your children.
And when we talk about these things, right? It's like being at a point of building the world that we desire to build is one where we can accept all aspects of ourselves, because right now the love and light vibration is dominating everything, and everyone's supposed to be a peace, a saint maker. Everybody's supposed to be a very good and compassionate all the time, this and that. And don't get me wrong, I get it. Self-consciousness allows for the fact that compassion is the ultimateness of unconditional love, and we're compassionate to ourselves because we know that all is self, all is mind. But and all is self, all is mind. So if I can say all is self, all is mind, that means I adamantly accept the fact that if I am as much as you are a part of me, that means that I have your demons just like you have mine.
Exactly.
And I, who is a person who knows that I have a high level of influence, is still engaging with the high level of influence people that are at the top of the capitalistic system. I have the same demons as them because they're a part of me. I am the same people that actively do these terrible things to these children, and I am the same people who's actively doing everything that they can to stop
it. So when you know that, right, you align yourself with those that speak truth.
Right.
Fuck what's politically correct. Like I told you, it's a political season. Right. We're gonna get to see who's towing that political line. You're like, what was this tea time? This is our first tea time.
So we were talking about tea time because what we're doing, again, talking about faith, we are getting the truck back shortly, and we're going to be driving the truck around. We've already manifested having a mobile lifestyle, and being in a mobile lifestyle, we can offer our words, our prayers, we can offer our books, we can offer our sounds, we offer our products and our services, which you will share your cards, and we also put people onto the sauce of self-consciousness, because the thing is, spirit is always looking back to connect to itself. If you start telling somebody about the fact that self-love is the medicine, they're like, oh wow, I forgot that. You forgot that? Let's talk about that some more then.
So, and that's where, like, you got a country that hangs R. Kelly for doing what he did, but R. Kelly is he's an outward product of what this country, the entertainment world, took advantage of. Like, so yes, self-love matters right now. And the forgiveness, I have, you know why I'm viral right now? I go viral all the time. Like, I don't have to, like, people get around me so that they can go viral. Like, did you know that? Like, people come around you so you could go, so that they can go viral.
Yes,
so that,
because we have faith in ourselves.
We have faith, bro. Faith. This whole conversation started off talking about faith. And I'm like, I've been on faith. I was faith when I put this baby inside of you. I'm faith when I said your businesses is. I'm retardedly faithful with knowing that I don't know it all, and that I desire to have people that I can trust their sounds. How many times you hear me talk about sounds?
I can't count them how many times during a day.
So it's like, there's a lot of people that they've learned how to tell our stories. They learned how to emulate our sounds. And what breaks that is these medicines or the tea, the ceremonies.
Because tea in Chinese culture, tea period is, as a cultural phenomenon, is sacred. Every moment is sacred because every moment is ceremony. But with tea, what you're doing is you're turning it's alchemy, it's chemicals, you're turning, received. You're turning material into nourishment. and it goes through a chemical process to be able to be translated into information and nutrients for your body to process. And especially, shout out to spirituality, when intention is put into the tea, you receive the intention of the tea. And when you receive the intention of the tea, intention is magic.
Intention is the only magic. Like, we're around a bunch of herbalists. We're around a bunch of car dealers. Like, this is the thing. I told you, your network is your net worth. When we did this first tea time, I was like, I want to be able to embody everything that we've done. Like, I told you, we just did a whole bunch of research and development on Jerry Buss. Big up to you, ancestor Jerry Buss and Hugh Hefner, because they're the entertainment world. Sports, and then sex. Playboy was made off of sex. That's it. And sex is sacred energy exchange.
Yeah, sports, sex, and gambling.
That's it. That's the mob shit. That's why it's like elevating human. You gotta elevate. So these traffickers, right? Look, this is why the dopest thing about like me posting something, and I had this conversation with my cousin Deke. Shout out to you, Neo Negus, motherfucker that we wearing his shit, right? I had this conversation, right? I was like, why when I post something, you figure out the one thing to find negative? He's like, nah, cause it's not right. It's not true. And I'm like, but there's massive amount of other sounds we can exchange, cuz.
And that's what we've been
But bring it full circle though. He shared that. I told him he's just sharing the energies of our family.
Right.
And I don't take it personal, but this is my business. So when you're like, you can message me off of business, out of the business meta. Like if I'm pushing something, because I'm a fact checker. If I'm pushing something to the meta, then my facts are checked as the motherfucking military choppers go over. Can't make this shit up. We're standing next to a military school.
That's our security.
SS security.
All right. I'm gonna break it down as linearly as possible for any human to be able to understand.
At 27 minutes.
We are, as human beings, representations of consciousness. We have the ability to create any reality that we desire because of the fact that we can intellectually interpret our feelings as wavelengths, particles, light, and vibration.
Double slit helix experiment.
In our DNA, we can interpret wavelengths, sounds, vibrations, and particles, and we can imagine. Imagination?
Intention and imagination.
Imagination is what gives us the ability to visualize the world around us. For example, if I desire a glass of water, I feel the feeling of desiring a glass of water in my body. So I visualize myself, or because if I know it well enough, it becomes a habit. But in my mind, I can visualize where I'm going to go get the water because of the fact that I've seen it multiple times. So I can visualize it. I walk to the sink, I get a glass of water, and now there's a glass of water in my hand. It seems like simple stuff, but this act of visualization creates an opportunity for me to go drink a glass of water. It's a manifestation of a thought into the real world. And you can apply that principle to anything.
You know, she's thinking about it, right? Like, I'm like, yo, here's some water.
Thank you.
Here's some water. Because it doesn't matter if you're hypothetically or not. It's going out. Like, there's a, like, Namyo Rengekyo, Namyo Rengekyo, Namyo Rengekyo. You know why I say that shit? because it's the devotion to the mystic law of cause and effect. There's an effect for what you do. Everything you do, the people you're around, the places, the sounds that you emit, there's a cause and effect for it. Even if you playing or not playing. So like I pay attention to your causes and effects. That's why we making the tribe. I'm introducing to certain people around the baby. That's what you've been around more of my family than most people.
We're blessed. We're blessed.
And the reason you're around them is because of what's in there, and what's in here, and what's in here.
Right.
And their ability to articulate that shit.
We're blessed.
So, like, I know that, like, my next 10 years here is not going to be the most whatever. It's just going to be different than my first 38.
And that's why we continue to have faith.
And that's why I only care to have loyal motherfuckers around me.
We just watched in the show today that we were watching, The Godfather of Harlem, where Malcolm says he is not swayed by the material world. What did he say?
He said the comforts of the... He said something... We got to look at...
Something about the physical comforts are not really important.
Nah, I'm good.
And that's real. Like this comes back to going back. What do we really need? What do we really need? We need water, food, sustenance, shelter. We need, and everything else that comes with that. We get opportunities to be able to express ourselves, empower ourselves. Like when it comes to our ability to express ourselves, we can manifest any tool that we desire because of the fact that our world has gotten to the point with artificial intelligence, i.e. ancestral intelligence, the internet, and with the manifestation of objects of creativity. This old school creativity, this new school creativity.
You put them together, you have creativity. But that's what, honestly, I'm sitting here listening. I'm like, I know that we're doing research and development. Like, most people be like, yo, you should be resting. We are resting, bro. Like, but like, the Civil War didn't, the Civil Rights Movement didn't stop because they was having babies. No, like a lot of these people that I'm going to read from, today is the 8th, right? Or the 7th? Today's the 8th. It is well to be good to women in the strength of our manhood, because we must sit under their hands at both of our lives.
Well, I think that when it comes to rest, that rest is allowing yourself to slow down, to be patient, to focus, and to receive, to relax, to be patient, to focus, and to receive. Our worth is inherent. It is not based on what we produce. And our ability to relax and be still and focus and receive is everything that they're attacking. Because our ability to be still and be calm is what gives us access to being able to listen to the whispers of the divine.
And then we create. We do dope-ass creations. When you're creating, you're what your creator. That's why the 5 elements of hip-hop is so dope. That's why I could talk about the fucking politician, left and right, the sides of the same bird. Listen, I give you sight because I'm like Larry and Bird. They're like magic and night. I'm telling you, the yin and the yang, they seeing chattel. That's all they see is fucking chattel in their cutlery or in their garbage. But I'm telling you, this is garbage, because the new shit, I know I am enough. I am a chief. I am a king. All of this shit that you build upon my team go undersea, because that's sand. And anything built on sand is not solid land. So like, you see how I'm a master MC. Like, I really like telling my story. But like, what I just did was a spell. And like, people got to pay for that. I used to watch motherfuckers that would like make tidal waves or do certain shit once you reach this level. But I saw it. We saw it this past week. I didn't call out what happened to the bay, but the bay got flooded. because of what we experiencing. It's emotional control.
Emotional floods.
So I share that Bay Area, Jersey, New York, all of the families that feel our frequency. Like, I only care to have people that my baby can call uncle, auntie. Yeah, like, na 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 na, like your network is your net worth, and I'm gonna be 1,000% with you. Our autism is what makes us very wealthy. Like our autistic outlook, we could communicate. Like Tesla didn't invent alternating current, the technology that everything is running on right now, right? He didn't invent it. He just created the way to articulate it so that humans can get it. Access to it. He just made inventions so that people can, oh, this is how you get it.
Because he saw it and he visualized. This comes back to the imagination. The imagination is our gift from the divine. And the divine gives us the ability to see the things that can manifest into the real world and create them. So you're telling me, and you're saying from observing Tesla, and I know this to be true of his experiments because this is what I've just known as well, is that he created his science experiments from his mind. He just worked backwards.
Bro, that's all we doing. Like me posting a post, like I said, me going viral, right? Is not because I posted about something that no one else is talking about. No, I'm talking about it, so you should listen. Prophets don't come here to tell people how to get rich. Tony Robbins could do that. I'm a prophet. I'm here to tell you how to clean your altar so that you can get these. Like, that's what Jerry Buss and Hugh told niggas. Like, look, I'm a boss. How do you keep doing this? How do you keep doing this? I'm being me. Oh, like, who are you? I'm indigenous. I'm sovereign Nigerian. And my grandfather. Yeah. No. Who are you? No, I'm everything that Hollywood has made. The force, consciousness, the woo. And so, like, I talk about the woo, right? That's the elements. Tai Chi. In the elements is earth, wind, fire, air, and ether. These are things that, like I said, Tesla, people that raise their vibration. Tesla went to the Eastern culture to raise his vibration.
Mm-hmm.
It's just raising your vibration. He if you want to understand the universe, understand it in frequency, energies, and vibrations. Mm-hmm. That's what he said. And Tesla got to sit and talk. Like, I got to sit in the room with Tesla talking to these motherfucking stupid ass vibrations. Wow. I'm also about to go sit in the room with Bumpy Johnson talking to all these stupid ass vibrations. Y'all outdated ass shit. You a fucking PC. I'm a Mac, bitch.
New level technology shit.
Yo, I'm really like, so like, even like I wanted to build one of those Tesla coils and all of that. But like, do y'all see what I manifested? Like, I don't have to, like, Marconi sent a message across using 14 of his patents, right? That's all. Marconi is the guy that came up with the talking device.
The telephone?
Something Marconi. He's an old white person that was doing inventions with Tesla. But he came up with a device that allowed him to send a message across the water. JP Morgan and Chase, right? Ain't JP Morgan and Chase in financial shit right now? I got you. I help you. Listen, yo, your daughter lit. Oh, who's your daughter? Anna P. Morgan. Oh, we can still rock. Like, yeah. She loved Tesla.
Really?
I told you, I just watched movies, and my mom taught me like how to watch movies and learn how people act.
What was their relationship?
They're actors. Like, huh? Oh no, she challenged him. She challenged him intellectually, and she was the bank. So, like, he shrugged her off, but their connections got him access to that lady that told him, I just exchanged my energy for riches. Balenciaga. Or you just exchange your energy. Like, so like I said, man, all these child pedophiles, I got 9 nations, bro. I'm a parent first. Remember that. Like, if you hear my dick and all, like, remember, I'm a parent first. I'm a being first. I revoke all access from any foreign land. Do you see what we on? We on my ship. This is tea time. With the mindset.
Mm-hmm. Tea time and sauce.
Tea time and sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, and
or spirit or
yeah,
source.
I can make a phenomenal sauce. So the sauce will come when I get to cook some sauce. I mean, we're still gonna give you the sauce, but I'm just.
Oh, if you ain't get no sauce in this past 40 minutes, you dead. You saw how sexy she is? Like we half naked talking about quantum physics.
We're talking consciousness, quantum
How
physics.
many times
God,
we referred
abundance.
to your nakedness? Several, right? Yeah.
I brought it up, but it was to translate.
It's okay. Listen,
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
I'm pointing. I'm a scientist, right? So I'm a alchemist. This is where the science go into the high gear, because the tea is what I bring. I bring the tea from Transylvania, like just like Bumpy Johnson. This is why a lot of people that wasn't in our hoods, like Tesla's from Serbia. He's from the mud. Like he survived something, so it gave him a different outlook on life. We survived systematic oppression, so it gives us different outlooks on life. That's why people love the MC and the B-boys and the create. We get to fight the power actively. So I'm just sharing with y'all. There's a lot of karma. Like I brought up J.P. Morgan and their Balenciaga and all that shit, right? Epstein. He's a big name. Listen, remember all those billionaires that that video that I made at your house? And right after I saw all these billionaire names, the families, I made one video on Instagram. I'll go look for it, because that shit'll go viral too. Because I just gave them a list. Like, nigga, we don't snitch. Like, this is why, like, I don't snitch on any magic user that's using their magic. But when I get around, I'm like magic. I shine a light. That's why we have to put it here, so I don't end up off. I sat back and listened to what your mom sent orders, bro. Your dad sent orders, bro. Like, and everyone's like, the orders that everyone else is getting that's not with our camp is get you away from mindset. Those are orders. This is paying attention. This is where I play Monopoly.
Right. And the reason why is because 95 to 99% of the population is actively being programmed by capitalism. We can call it capitalism because that's what humans recognize as, the oppressive system that's keeping everybody indoctrinated.
So, like, I just call magic users out.
In the indoctrination system.
Like, this is the thing. I told you I call magic users. The whole indoctrination system is magic.
Right.
It's all built upon our ancient. It's all built upon our shit. It's all built upon our science.
Right.
Look, and I'll take anyone to court on it.
Science,
nigga, I represent it. I. Yes. So look, what's around my neck, nigga? I don't have a cross.
So 99, and the reason why we're talking about magic and taking orders is because 99% of the population, more than 95, is fully unaware of how much magic really exists.
Yeah, that's why we put out our shit into the meta. And that's why we share it to the people that's listening.
And so when people are taking orders, it means that they're acting on the operating system that has been created through the media.
The ops. It's cool.
Through the media, specifically.
Why are you telling them? Why are you giving them the secrets?
I thought that was the point, to translate.
Translate the sauce. The media, right? What she's telling y'all, like I told you, I'm not a snitch, and this is where the magic. We're releasing all the information on magic users. The indoctrination system, all of it's magic users. You can't just separate them into one. It's like they're all magic users. So like my sharing, it's like, yo, magic users.
Yeah, I don't deny that. Everybody's using magic.
That's it. So it's like
I'm just explaining it in a way that I know that you already understand, but because we're communicating with an audience, I'm also
handle your business,
adding extra.
Yep, I know you're adding extra instead of flowing. Like I flow, and I know when flow is flowing, and then I feel it when it's like out. But it's cool because I bring it. I bring the distraction. I bring the other alchemical pieces into the mix. This is another tea. So this is tea time. So like whenever you bring anybody else's frequencies up, it creates the energies of their worlds. I brought up Tesla and Anna Morgan. Like I said, I'm doing high level espionage, and you want to start telling the secrets. Like I said, I know that I'm doing magic, and then they're doing magic, but I know I'm Magic Johnson.
So should I not explain it?
You can explain it however you want, but what you're explaining, right, is what they already know. Like the systematic racism, like we know this. The explanation that we hear from like I'm not a fan of white people pitying us. I'm like, and you're a scribe,
Right. I'm.
and you're actively talking. Like we even saw how, like I said, my mental health. I'm having these mental health breakthroughs. These are mental health moments, right? Yeah, they are because we're cleared up a lot of space. And when I brought up your family, right? Her family is intentionally trying to not allow our family to be together. So it's like we're not sidetracking from what the intentional conversation was. That's why it's like whatever you started talking about was distracting from what I was just talking about with your family, and any family that want to keep us away from our child. That's one of the dopest things. Like I'm really a magic user. Like a lot of people don't know how advanced my magic is. I try to tell them I grew up in it. That should tell you that I've been around it for quite some. I don't give a fuck about. I'm the nigga that sought out, but I'm actually seeking people. So like now, I've been seeking people for the past 7 years, and my children have been trafficked. They've been placed in houses with fucking replacement knees because I allow silly ass moms and dads that don't fucking care about the baby have a say. So I go je usu. We like I told you, this spiritual, that's why we got you outside. Cause if this would have happened in there, it'd been a different vibe. Like you are a very magical being, but you a op. She's a op. Like that means a plant. So in any opportunity, she'll take it. And we watch you take your opportunities.
I mean, my every intention was to translate the message.
I know. And it was awesome because it now this last it gave them like all of my mental health, all of like the vibration. I told you it's just like I can tell stories too, and niggas will never know where I'm at because I'm telling stories. I got mad parables. I got mad stories. You seen the Kendricks that came into my world. Like I'm not empathetic, so like I got faith. So we get to listen. That's why I keep asking you about the sounds because we listen to your sounds. So I'm on a drug right now or a heightener right now, and we listen to the sounds. And like I said, her parents don't want me to be around my child. That's the sounds that came down from like the higher ups.
And I also know that
made men in my circle threw the same sounds out, and I'm like, damn, nah, bro, this is the sounds that I want. I need y'all to open up your house, cause Bumpy Johnson need a place to stay while we make his baby. Like I got y'all. Like I'm telling you, we good. T-time. Like I know why I come online. As I told you, I come online and I channel. I'm not selling anything. I'm not begging for shit. Y'all should support this mission. Why? Because it's a family that we're in a tent. Like you fucking have some empathy. No, we out here doing shit for people. But I'm telling you, I have a lot of vibrations around. We've had vibrations around our children for the past several years because the magic Jerry Buss shit. The liberal that'll smile in your face and then bite the fuck out you. That's still a politician. Like I'm telling you, like, listen, if you've been following me for years, it's orders on all ops, nigga. And I share this. Like, you just got to keep it 100. Like, what E is expressing, like, when I just gave you the opportunity to express and, like, throw your family under the bus and you sidestep. And you, like, I was like, pivot. That's why I brought up Evelyn, AP Morgan. I brought up Tesla for a reason. I watched how motherfuckers in the aristocrat and political world try to fucking use him for everything he had. Because they good with words. I cast spells. I'm a veteran. I've done this already. Where we dropped off the car, that's where I got locked up at. That's where the fucking cops had his knee upon my neck, George Floyd shit. Yeah, I dropped that car over there. I got memories over there, bitch. That's why they said thank you. I'm Bumpy Johnson. What does that mean to you? Like, I hear you when you up us, right? But like, you anime and you have this baby inside you. I just told you nobody that we've just been around this past year want us to be. It's a couple people, and we don't give them that much attention. But people think that because of what I just did, right? I just did magic. I did a lot of magic on both our families' behalf. Publicly, live. Because I've been doing this for some years now. Now getting somebody that can scribe us. Terry died trying to scribe us. You hear me, bro? Like, my 8th child mom died, nigga. Like, y'all tripping, bro. I got nothing to fucking lose, bro. So, like, anybody that think they gonna come and plant a seed.
But now you do have something. You continue to have.
Listen, I have 0 things, and I share this. The people around me, these babies, like, I'm the messenger. I'm the messenger. Yo, I'm the messenger. Yeah, look, Suge, see it? What happened is her father and mother sent the fucking SOS. Like, in that SOS, it allowed us to come up with this tea time, which we're already manifesting. But, like, I throw them under the bus. And
we're learning how to catch it.
And they need to catch and alley-oop it instead of sidestep it. Because they got loyalties to mommy and daddy that don't give a fuck about the baby. Nigga, and you want me to think that you can care about these people?
We're learning how deep
you should be here in this tent. Yeah, because it's real deep. Like, this is real deep. And like me traveling around the world with you, with my grandma, like, and creating data points. Yeah, like what happened is like I said, she still got loyalties to a family that don't give a fuck about us.
And that's the thing, is like when you go through the indoctrination process,
you got to see what a mob daughter family happened to her.
I mean, and this is where one stands on their square, right? Because it's like, I know that I'm all consciousness. I know that I have the space and capacity to really understand that all is self and all is mind. And my intellect allows me to understand that the way that my avatar moved through this life is that I grew up in the suburbs. I grew up an only child. I grew up with a family that was specifically manifested a bubble around themselves. My mom has said it multiple times. I'm making a bubble around our family. So I was an only child, the youngest in the family of a traditionally suburban. My mom is the token Chinese, and my father is the intelligent white man that got into Stanford from poor white America.
This is the tea, by the way.
Yeah. And this is where it just comes back to telling the story, right?
That's it.
And so I know, and the thing is that my mom's always told me, and I know it too. I love people. I really love people. I love people. I see the beauty in, like, the way that my life has manifested because of all the different privileges that my body has had. It's manifested a life for me where I really do see the best. I see the best. I expect the best. Not from a place of because I think that I'm better than, but because I know it exists. That's what they put into my heart. They put love and intention into at every level that they could. But because of that, because they put so much love and intention at every level that they could, but they lacked the faith and they lacked the spirit, it manifested a world that was very confusing. So my love is very deep, and we're learning how to become spiritual again.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to loving my family, like, yes, fuck yeah.
So
I got
just
my
love the baby
manifesting a, like when I was in the Bay Area, I was naturally pulled to doing things in community that I like. All I could feel was my heart. I'm not hyper educated about liberation. I didn't really get into being able to know
You
about that.
actually ask people, what does liberation mean to you?
I ask because I'm asking versions of myself as we continue to learn. I grew up in a bubble in the suburbs, and everything that I've gotten into the place of where I'm at now is simply because of the fact that I truly love the people. And all the stuff that I've learned, I've made as much space as I can to learn about liberation movements in multiple levels of community, not just in the United States corporation, but um, with all of our global South family, and knowing that, like, I'm not well versed in this shit, but I feel it in my soul. And nobody wants to see it because of the fact that I have this avatar, and that's beautiful because we can manifest so much shit off of that.
Tons.
We can do tons of shit with that because no one looks at this half Chinese, half white, Asian looking bitch and thinks, oh, she really gives a fuck about liberation. Yes, I don't know shit about all of these movements. That's why I'm learning. But I'm learning because I respect the ancestors in reverence, because I know that all is self, all is mind. That only child shit, people got a thing against it because they see it. When you love yourself, you know that the whole world does revolve around you. You know that you are the center of the universe, and you manifest the life that you desire.
Yep.
And everything about my family that's gotten me to where I'm at today, everything about my family has gotten me to where I am today. Everything about the people that came before me has gotten me to where I'm at today. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the fact that they're stupid fucks when it comes to the indoctrination system. Because it gave me the opportunity to really see that shit and go the opposite end of the spectrum. Like, I don't dog my parents for shit. I love them. I love them till the day I die because of how much they really did give at the capacity that they had. And yes, right now they're the enemy because they don't actually know how to love me. But that's because they don't know how to actually love themselves. And this is where the forgiveness comes in.
We're compassionate as fuck. So
And
this is, you see how, like, how many breaths you took in the last couple minutes? Take some
Several.
breaths. Take some breaths.
Several.
Take some breaths.
Several.
Because, like, I didn't get anything from their family. I have had several of my children taken. We're talking about this viral video. It's about child trafficking. We're showing you how children get trafficked without it. Like, it happens right under your nose. Like, I got police brutalized by her loyal ass father of a fuck. Nigga, like I told you, I'm suing him.
And that's
so, like, but we gotta transmute that. That's where the tea comes in.
And that's
Can
where
I have some tea?
Yeah. And that's where the balance comes in, right? Because I know that because I'm just all consciousness, not only am I just all consciousness, but I am all consciousness. I know my worth. I know that this avatar is my avatar. And when you're in positions of knowing that all versions of self are self, you just see the parents become a version of self. The tent becomes a version of self. All life becomes a version of self. And the thing about vibrational family is that people who really love your soul are the ones who are going to love your soul.
And we talk about commercials and marketing and trafficking. They're coming for the children's souls.
And when it comes to like the duty that we have to each other, like, it doesn't matter where you came from. If you know that we have a duty to one another.
I'm telling y'all, they just came from my child. Like,
everybody on the program saying that shit.
I don't like. I hear y'all, bro. Yeah. But, like, I'm not on that. Like, on no level, bro. I don't agree with none of that. All of that foo-foo shit. Listen, Suge, you was with us last year in the JDL shit. Like, she just lost some people in her family. Like, because I told you, we're calibrating at a very high magic level. I'm channeling. Like, I'm not, like, wondering what's gonna happen. I'm observing you channel, and then I get to observe all of us, because, like, Suge is a high level. Yeah, bro. He said, now you see why I'm turned. Like, because like I the what we're doing when we go on these lives is because I'm sending SOSs. That's the only reason why Malcolm went live. Like, and like I said,
orders.
that's it. I'm sending orders. Like, I don't come on here to play, nigga. Like, I don't post to play. That's why I talked about my Sadiq. If you think I'm wearing your shit because I like to, nigga, nah, this is armor, bitch. And what does it say on my back? What does it say on our back? What does it say?
Land back.
So yeah, I'm turned because like I got to watch at the most smoothest level the collective and the domestication system tried to take away from my child. And we just gave you a whole slew of reasons why. And we just said that we got the this is the first time some of these thoughts and moments came back and all tied into one. Because like I said, you don't know where you are. You just over here on the East Coast. You from the Bay. You in Churchill. We in the capital of the Confederacy.
Right.
Fuck you mean, nigga, the energy here is different.
Right.
Nigga, is different.
Right. And this is the first time, like, I've lived in California my whole life, so my body is adjusting and calibrating to all of the energies that are out here.
And that's why we did the full moon ceremony. That's why we've been doing
Because yesterday, so what happened was yesterday, I've been doing really good on being able to, like, see energy and just be like, all right, like, that's unrelated, but over there. But my mom got me, like, but it was necessary. Everything is so necessary, right?
So necessary.
Because like I needed to be able to have that moment to be like, all right, like you really are, in terms of when it comes to the indoctrination system, like you are equally as much enemy as my father, because you're being controlled by my father's magic. So, and I really had to feel that. Yesterday. So she called me yesterday and I was like, oh man, mama called me. I should call her back because I just feel like I need to. And it was true. I definitely needed to. But she inserted all of her fear and she inserted all of the sounds. She was like, why don't you just come back home, baby? Come back. She didn't say baby, but I'm just but that's the feeling that I was manifesting in my chest. She was like, come back home. Then, why don't you just have the baby over here? You can stay at the house. I was like, what the fuck? You trying to split up this family? That's one of the things when Real One called me. She was like, yo, yesterday, a couple of days ago, she was like, yeah, we got space up over here in our house in Stockton. And I was like, I'm with my partner. She was like, we don't split families here.
We don't split families here.
And I was like, okay, Divinity Ray. But yeah.
So, we don't split families here.
And so yesterday, and she called yesterday, and last night I was in bed and I had the itchies. I was just scratching. I couldn't sleep because I was scratching my skin. But I know that because we watched The Godfather of Harlem, watching his daughter Elise. She was going through withdrawals, and when you go through spiritual detox years, I'm scratching out all, and the whole time I'm thinking about like, it's all good. We're going to the next level. It's
detox,
cool.
nigga.
We're going to the next level. It's good. It's good. And so we slept under the moon after that, and it's just knowing. The thing about the magic is that like, all it is just taking accountability for who you are. That's it. I know what level I'm at. I know that I'm moving where I'm at, and I'm not afraid to do it. It just depending on but that's all of us, right? It's like all of us are in a position of where there's some shit that we're not admitting to ourselves that we just need to admit so that we can move to the next level. And this is why it comes back to self-love. Because if you really love yourself, you want to take full accountability for who you are because it feels good to be in your truth. It feels amazing to be in your truth. And for me to really say to myself, yes, I am the CEO of Speak Freely Media, the Speak Freely Collective, and Reimagining Solidarity, which is a global, international media company that actively documents liberation movements journalistically through edutainment, and a collective of people who are doing the same thing, reimagining solidarity, transferring funds from the colonizer system to the indigenous ones. Fuck yeah, that's my shit. That's who I am. And it takes a minute to say that shit because, like I said, my human is still in this avatar. I grew up in a bubble. I'm still learning this shit. And I am so grateful to take accountability because this shit feels good, man. Because what you get to do is you get to be outside in the sun, drinking tea, talking to dope ass people who can listen and receive.
Bruh, Suge was the first one. That's like she's like Suge Light. So she's Suge Light. So she plays on like
Definitely
she's a
on the
boss,
journey.
bruh.
Ashay, thank you. Just had to transmute it. Thank you.
They're a boss, right? Like, nah, they know.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I first got to Oakland, like before I met with the Black Panther that sent me to Denise, right? And the Donald and the Glover, what is that place? The Donald Glover Institute. This where they had the STEM with the children. That I was talking to Suge. I was engaging with them. Bringing it full circle, you're creating products.
Yes, products and services. Because
like,
one of the things that I did the other day was I have a poem that I had written out, and we were sitting in front of the Wawa, the convenience store, and I was giving out the poem, and then engaging with the faith and bringing that faith back to people. That's what calls in the abundance. I had a lady say to me, she was like, I hadn't had faith in years until you gave me this piece of paper and we had this conversation, and that's the abundance that we bring. We don't need money. Money is...
Bruh. So like our words matter, right? We desire all assets and resources that's due to us.
Thank you.
Like
Thank you.
like what her parents did, right? They planted a seed or program.
Right.
That it has a bunch of firewalls in it that automatically come out when certain sounds are triggered.
And this is where you talk about how it takes 72 hours to calibrate a conversation.
72 hours. Right. This just happened yesterday.
So we still got a couple of days.
No, like your mom and your dad is heavenly. Your dad worked for the government. Like he was a part of the internet, bro. Right. Like I said, man, I know that I'm dealing with a high level magician sorcerer that want to keep all of his secrets secret.
Right.
All of them.
Right.
But this baby is like, we don't do secrets over here unless they part of the family, my nigga.
Right.
So it's like, who's part of the family? I told you, the dude that allowed us to get all of this limelight, because us...
You talking about that Robert Steele person?
Robert Steele is intelligence. So it's like, we're intelligently moving. This was a call to everyone. This was a shout out. But this this right after the full moon, we created products. I'm giving you a rundown of everything we just went through in the past few weeks.
Energetically.
Like like even when I just went and pissed, I was like, oh yeah, I can pay the water bill. That's what my grandmother says.
Invest into the land. So you're offering your water to the land.
Suge's ability to look at your vibration and know you still have your mom shit in you. Like I said,
we appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
We appreciate being seen, man.
I appreciate like this baby Imani, right? Just like Josiah, just like Trinity, just like London, just like none of my children are different. Like I got a 20-year-old and I got a motherfucking bun. They're the same amount of love go from my heart to theirs. I might got some different experiences. So don't whatever. I only got 86,400 seconds in a day. But I'm telling you, I'm a parent first. So all of this pedophilia, all of this playing with the booty hole shit, to stimulate. Like I know what I tell you when people are what is one of my tell signs that energy people are taking from my sacred energy?
When your ass itching.
My ass is tingling. Oh shit. Why my ass tingling? Money. That's what that means, bro. Like that's what my spidey sense is. And I got one in my ankle. Like I told you, I do these things here on Earth. What did I say I want to be when I die?
A planet.
I want to be a planet. Nigga, a planet. So in order to be a planet, right? Yeah, I know. So she said, what the fuck? I'm gonna give you the science behind my ass tingling, right? So there's like little phagocytes or little neurons, electrons that's around your ass. Just like when you get goosebumps and the hair stick up on your body.
Because it's...
So the ass has those as well. And you have them inside your gut. There we go. Here we go. So being able to explain the ass tingling, just like if you get, like I said, goosebumps. I know that when people are utilizing our certain vibrations, those vibrations, those chakras are tapped into certain organs. Like I make nations. I'm a nation creator. Nigga, I can die tomorrow and our nation's gonna go on. You know why? Because I produce something. Either you're a consumer or you're a producer. I've already produced. Now we're producing the your words, the rituals that the humans can understand. Like people want, like I said, people don't come to see me no more. They can't handle my frequency unless I got a Corey Ja and a Seven and a U, like and a Abula and a B Love and a Z Bay and a Nicki McMullen. Like, listen, I don't have to name drop. I was on the stage with fucking Oshun 2 years ago. In my crutches, bitch. I'm a chief. These bitches rapping about me. So yeah, man. Like, I know my magic. And no one's coming after my family. We only building with motherfuckers that can go through that got some type of integrity, intentions, principles you could stand on. There's a lot of people that's backdoored. That's why we having this meeting right now. I've been yelling at my East Coast family for the past few years. Nigga, I could have easily been taken out. You sat in a East Oakland house when I was surrounded by vultures that was ready to take my fucking head off. You know why I ain't get it taken off? Nigga, Josito don't play. Chi-Oi don't play. Nigga, I had, listen, my birthday, right? We did a ceremony. Like, she was there. We did a ceremony, tea time, Acacia. We calling out to you, Asperger's.
Into the meta.
Yeah, I only come out here to talk to the meta. I don't care about how we interact. And if I do interact with you, that means I fuck with you. Like Suge, like you remember Suge Knight, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's my spiritual Suge Knight.
That's fucking lit.
Super lit.
What's up, Suge?
Super lit. And they know it.
Yes.
That's why they rocking with us, bro.
That's lit.
So it's just as we calibrate the energies of the vibrations around us. And this is one of our first podcasts. Because
the idea is that we're doing tea time. We're traveling mobile style, and we pull up. We talk about the tea. We talk about the sauce. We have
spirituality.
We put the people on that we've been investing into, and then we offer our products and our services, i.e., our booklets, our pamphlets, our booklets, and
sound healing.
Yeah, and we just pull up. We get to do mobile.
Somebody said they wanted meditation.
Monea the Moon lit. And so we go out.
Oh, she's a dope artist too. That's what's bro.
I pulled out my phone because I was like, I gotta make a list. You should
look at them. I told you, listen, y'all should look up Clarence Savant, guy Bumpy Johnson, Geronimo, these Tesla, like Westinghouse. Like we talk about Suge Knight. Suge was retarded. Like we all retarded. So it's like
everybody's just trying to figure out their way through
these teas, these herbs, like they're our way to balance and ground ourselves. And like all of the dope artists, like when we create, bro, when you out here creating your sounds and you're sharing your story, you about to get up? Up. There you go. When you create your sounds and your story, they super nature. Like my chivalry that I be trying to give to them, they're like, yo, I'm out here.
That's true.
Yeah, bro. But like authentic sounds and exchanges. This is our first podcast. It's called Tea Time and in the Sauce, bro. Like we just gave you high level magic use of shaman shit, high level domestication magic use, and we're talking about going viral, shit like that. It ain't about how many times you post or what you posting. It's about you being you, and then having the motherfuckers around you that they gonna be them, and then y'all get to check each other.
Yep.
Bro, like my nigga, I'm at my nigga house right now, bro. I put up a picture of us from like 12 years ago, 11 years ago. I'm like, yo, these my niggas, bro. All right, these my niggas. So like now when I give you my sounds, right? Yo, when I give you my sounds, yeah, bro, like it's especially in these times, it's war times. Everything like, and it's been this way since the pandemic. Great job on doing Tai Chi, by the way. Because this is our Tai Chi. We channel. Especially when we give in knowledge and wisdom. Like she get to see the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, EM. I got Elijah like his name. Nation of Islam creator. He created the Nation of Islam and all their ties to the Central Intelligence Agencies, aka the CIA. I listen. I don't. I'm around a lot of motherfuckers that just want to be airy fairy and not know how to tie the dots. I don't give a fuck about that, nigga. Like I really channeled George Floyd energy when they had the knee upon his neck. Like I had a knee upon my neck. So in these moments, right, where we have the MC, the DJ, the B girl, B boy, the aerosol artists, and the shamans that are out here, we check y'all. We cleaning the altars. Like it's real. All that fake shit gotta go. Like all that fake shit gotta go.
And all it is just admitting the fact, like even going back to being a plant, right? Because that makes me think about the fact that you said I'm a plant.
You are.
Everybody's a plant.
I am.
The thing is that
I was planted into society.
Who are you? Are you aware of it? And are you willing to take accountability for it?
That part.
And from the accountability, act with inspired action. Like be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, be aware of the actions and how they manifest, and engage with the people around you, and know that everything's in divine order, but take divine inspired action from taking accountability for the fact that you're a plant. It's okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's a plant. Everybody.
And that's what comes with the self-awareness.
Yes.
Like Suge, she asked, she was like, yo, why you so mad? I'm mad because like I'm getting stupid energies out of our frequency.
And also, like you said, like you're channeling a shit ton of ancestors, and a lot of those ancestors are uncalibrated.
Bruh, a lot of those ancestors don't give a fuck.
Right.
They don't, and I side with a good majority of them.
Right.
So it's like, so it's like being able to have someone that I care about the same thing, like a similar cause. That's what it is. This is where influence come in.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell you I'm a parent. I could tell you I'm Cherokee. I'm black. I'm like I could tell you all of the human shit, right? And the moment we disconnect is the moment none of that shit even matters, because you have to connect it into it's a flow. That's why like I just want to be around realized people. And I appreciate you transmuting the energy of your family. This is how we transmute it. We've had these discussions where it hasn't been in front of the public, but it's been in public.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right. But it's a part of the program.
Right.
As you go through the cycle, it's not that the cycle don't happen. It's not that the storm don't happen. It's just that you get better at it. You're aware.
Right. And the key is not taking things personal, because ultimately, like, you just got to know where you're at. I know where I'm at. I know everything's always a work in progress. I know that, and like, you're a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. Like, we're both calibrating each other's frequencies.
Show's a work in progress.
Like, everybody, it's always self-love. It's always self-love.
Monet on the Moon just gave us that people want to meditate with us. And this is what the tea times and all of this is about.
Mm-hmm.
We're grateful.
Channeled the ancestors last night. Did tarot live on Facebook. It was on point. Hell yes.
Yeah, it's like you're always channeling. The portal's open. If y'all looked at the moon,
Always.
if y'all looked at the moon, or Luna, like we can just say Luna and send energy that way, and the moon, it gives the same vibration back.
This comes back to the quantum physics.
Quantum entanglement. Yes, I told you I'm a scientist.
I am
above.
the moon.
Yes.
I am the stars. I am the sun. I am the grass beneath my feet. I remember all that is infinite. I am the winds that have forever moved through the skies. And when I stop and I breathe, all of the world stands still, because this moment and I are of the divine. So may my love be received and my purpose fulfilled.
Bro, no, like I told you, like Reggie,
Thank
you met
you.
Reggie's energy today. Reggie's a poet.
I visually saw his energy today.
Yeah, bro. Big up to the Bay Area, bro. Like I said, I share what I shared about the Bay because we bring in positive, negative, neutral and it takes it all the way up to the elements.
Always.
Always to the elements.
I am the sun.
I am the sun. Bro, I got a lot of water, bro.
I am the clouds and and I'm a lot of earth. I'm a lot of earth and fire.
So that's why we appreciate this. We enjoyed y'all for our tea time. It's been about an hour. We didn't set a time on how long we was going to do it, but definitely join us throughout the week. We got our Wisdom Wednesdays. We're tuning into the tribe on Tuesdays. Maybe we'll bring y'all along with us. That's what I realized. Like figuring out how to create a schedule on your life. Nigga, how you put a schedule on your life, bro?
But that's ultimately the question. That's the structure. And a lot of the readings that we've been getting have been about organization and structure. And like you said, tarot readings are not for the next day or tomorrow. They could be for 3 years ago. They could be 10 years from now, 10 minutes from now. Like, they apply when they apply.
It has a lot to do with your choices. That was made up until that point.
Mm-hmm.
And how long it's going to be able to manifest in the reality. That's why, like I said, shamans, we talk about the unseens. The waters, the fires. I tell you about your grass statement.
Mm-hmm.
Like, being able to talk about the unseen, aka magic, or the principles. What happened?
Just
baby doing
things.
Baby doing. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up. Definitely appreciate y'all.
I struggle with structure and chant.
She Libra shit, bro. Like, yo, we'll definitely catch up with you, Suge. I appreciate you holding the space, holding vibration.
Yes, thank you.
It's time for us to align. So, like I said, all of these messages, we all get to go viral. We all specialize and do what we do. And if y'all watching us right now, that means we're supposed to do something with y'all. If we're not already doing something together. So, especially if you stayed this long.
Right. Shout out to you, Suge.
Peace.